guys, leave your comment below. Let us, because your comment, someone else can learn from your comment. Please guys, leave your comment below so that we'll know how you deal with your difficult member. When I read this comment, I'm always happy. I'm happy because I'm also learning from you as you drop your comment on how to deal with difficult people around you. So we are going to go into the scripture on, let's find out how to deal with these difficult people in your environment. So remember that we read in Colossians 4:6 that says that let your conversation be always be full of grace, seasoned with salt. Is the words. How do you deal with people? Is your words. How do you respond to them? How you reply? Because at times when your words are full with grace, when your conversation are seasoned with salt, with calmness, with patience, with perseverance, you see that situation at times might change. So that's why I say, please guys, leave your comment before. If you have dealt with a difficult situation, difficult people in your deal with difficult people around you, please, I want to learn too from you. Leave your comment below, and somebody else, by sharing, somebody else will still learn from you how to deal with difficult people. So guys, so your word at times, we always fight for you, because by God's grace, when your your words you say is seasoned with salt, is calm, you don't say any harsh words. At times you might find out that when you say something out, it will calm the next person down. You might at times you might be in your closet. Okay, how do I? You think about it, communicate with God. Say, how do I reply this person that's always bringing me down? How do I reply this person that's always trying to bring the works of my hands down? It might be your colleague at work. I know that this colleague is always trying to bully you. Is always trying to talk things about your work. It's not that your work is not good. It's just that that colleague has a bad mind. So you have to learn how to reply such people without anger. Without, I know it's at times could not be easy without anger. So at times at your closet, speak to God, resonate heart in your heart. How do I deal with this colleague? How do I deal with my difficult mother? So when you begin to bring reply them back with calmness, when you are calm in reply, if your voice is full with calmness, with patience, with love, you might choose to use the right word to deal with difficult people. One, you might choose to use the right word to deal with them, like making your word should be full with grace and be seasoned with salt. Like when you say seasoned with salt, your word should be edifying. The words you say should be sweet to the ears. Like when you put salt in the food, it's sweet, you like it. So that means that the words that's going to come out from your mind is something that someone will be willing to listen to, that will calm the person down. When somebody is harsh to you, you repay that person with calmness. So let your words, you might choose not to talk. The second thing, dealing with the second tip, you might choose not to talk to that person. You might choose to keep quiet. Then the third tip, you might choose to go to a quiet place to pray. That is a place of prayer. You pray for that person. Pray against that situation, that God should direct you on what to do. So guys, these are everyday life. These are what we experience every day. At times it might not be easy, but I believe that by God's grace, God is there to fight and help us make the right decision and guide our ways and the ways of our minds and the way someone that bullies you. Most time you have in a place of work, even at home, somebody always there to bully you, to bully your work, the work of your hand. The first tip, you might decide to keep quiet. But if you decide to respond, let your response be soft. According to the book of Colossians we just read, let your response be soft, seasoned with salt, as the Bible says. Let your response be soft. So you might decide, as I said again. So because those words those response will bring healings. The words you are going to replay back to that person is a word that will bring healing, because may God is teaching you how to manage people. God is trying to teach you how to handle people. That God is going to teach you how to fit in into difficult people, because you are in life, you are going to meet with different kind of people. So that is why it's good to have the patience. Let the words that come from your mouth be soft enough, be okay so that you bring healing to that person. Again, guys, mind you, I'm not saying you should look stupid for people to step on you, or to people to march on you because you are a Christian. No. I'm saying that let your words be soft enough to bring healing, to bring bring healing to the next person, because people might override it because of course she's always quiet, let me try to override her. Do you know at times when you can start to keep quiet, when you keep quiet and you decide not to respond, it's at times a punishment to that person. And when your words is soft, it brings healings to that person, because oh God, I talked to this person harshly and he talked back to me with a calmness. For this reason, soft answers brings healing. Soft answers brings encouragement. Soft answers bring calmness. So when you are calm to respond, when your words are calm, it changes a lot of things. It changes situations. It changes a kind of atmosphere that will lead to quarrel, fighting, by. So guys, your soft answer is important response in dealing with people around you. Soft words, soft answers. Because how do you begin to learn how to give soft answers? How do you give out soft answers? Because that soft answers is a kind of encouragement today. And how do you deal with them, with these people? So guys, it's good to respond with soft words. In as much as things, it might not be easy for you, please try as much as possible to respond with soft words when you are dealing with difficult people around you. Soft words is so important. And so strive to avoid anger, because how do you avoid anger? don't don't have anger to certain, because you are times in a situation when things are so bad, you want to reply in anger when they've upset you so bad, because it is wrong. Because as you get angered, things this environment is going to change. You might say things that they never wanted to say. You might say things you are not meant to say. So because of that, try to avoid anger. Make anger your best friend, so that you avoid anger in any which way. Because at times when you are fasting and praying, people the devil might want to use your children, your husband, to make you hungry, to spoil that prayer, the mood of prayer you are into. So it's good for us to avoid all forms of anger. I used to be very angry myself, so I've learned that a lot, that anger is a weapon that the enemy used to defeat. Anger is a weapon the enemy want to use to deprive us of our blessing. So anger is not good. We need to avoid anger at all costs, because this is what the enemy is using to deprive us from our blessing, to make us fight with people we're supposed to show love to. So guys, we need to learn how to deal with difficult people. I said the first tip is respond with the soft words. Soft words bring healings. Soft words bring encouragement, because maybe God is trying to encourage you, teach you how to manage people. At times you could decide not to speak at all. You can just decide to keep quiet to avoid any form of anger, or you can decide to go in your place of closet to pray, to commit the situation in the hands of God. These are the way you can respond, and in all this, avoid anger. Don't let them push to the situation that you'll be angry and things will get out of hand. So guys, the Bible has already told us that let our words be seasoned with salt and full of grace. So because we should learn how to respond to people with calmness. So respond to people in soft tone, because when you respond to people well, and it will prevent all forms of anger. When we are hungry, we can't bring out the best. So it's good for us to, as Christians, we respond maturely. Respond, think before you respond. You can't respond to somebody the way it is in your heart at the anger state. So try to respond maturely as Christian, because it's good for us to respond in a situation so that your words you say will not affect the next person. So I'm going to look at Proverb 51. Proverb 51 says, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh words stirs up anger. So that's this what the Bible, the Proverb 51 is saying. A gentle answer turns away wrath, turns away anger. Because when you respond well, respond, when you have respond with soft words, it will turn anger, it will turn away wrath, it will turn away all forms of bitterness. So it's good for us to learn how to respond to issues. Think before you respond. I know that some of this behavior are not normal. At times dealing with these difficult people, that's the behavior I'm talking about here, are not normal. I recognize that, but keeping quiet, or a soft answers will turn away wrath, because God is a wise God. He knows why he said a soft answer will turn away wrath. When you are gentle with your, when you are gentle with your words, when you respond with a soft answer, that will bring a kind of good environment. It bring a kind of calm environment. So guys, I know that some of these behaviors are normal. At times you give them a soft answers, hoping that they will change. They never change. You give them a soft answers, you respond nicely, you keep quiet. At times you ignore situation. At times you even go out of your way to please everyone, to make everybody be a change, but they never change. If that will make the situation worse. In this kind of scenario, you handle it differently. You know that something is wrong some way. If it's your sister that's having this kind of attitude, you know that this is my sister, this is no longer normal, this situation is no longer normal. Normal human being will behave like this. You take it to the place of prayer. You pray for that your sister, hand him over to God and let God take control. You see that as you hand over your sister to God and pray for God to change her, and our situation will change. So guys, in place of work, when you have dealing with difficult person in work, you take to when the situation gets tough, you take them to the place of prayer. Pray for them, and God is able to shut their mouth up forever. And if it doesn't change, God can decide to remove them for you, or God will give you a better job that you found peace and happiness. So things change. There's nothing God can undo. Always put God first, and put God first in whatever decision you want to take. And always take them to the place of prayer. Take them to the supernatural. The supernatural. What I mean supernatural, to the place of prayer, where you go before your names, where you kneel before God, the throne of grace, and call the name of God, and call God to intervene, and ask God to intervene in that situation. At times it could be difficult, but when you try this, it works, and it's always God will always do his wonders. He's a loving Father. He's the God of yesterday, today, and forever. He never changes. So guys, this is where we are going to end this video today. So do not, as the Bible says, a soft answers turn away wrath. Let's learn how to respond to people nicely. Let our answers be soft enough to calm people, to bring healings, to bring help, to bring situation down, to remove anger and hatred. So guys, thank you so much. If you love this video, please subscribe to this channel, and if you love what God is doing here, give me a thumbs up, so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be notified. I appreciate anyone of you for stopping by. Thank you so much, so much. Until I see you in my next video, remain blessed. Ciao.